Hey dolls, welcome back again to my channel. Today we are doing another back to basics video. So for today's video, we're going to be focusing on some tools that are essential for creating your everyday eye makeup look. So as we're moving on in this series, we're still focusing on the eyes, and the last video I did was all about eye primers because that's a really important step when it comes to creating and applying eyeshadows. So before we get all into the nitty-gritty of like shadows, we're going to talk about the tools that you really need. It's really important for creating your everyday eye makeup looks. And I want to talk about tools because a lot of times, you know, we see really creative eye makeup looks and they look super glam, super beautiful, even like office makeup looks. But if you don't have the right tools, you're not going to be able to get the right application and the right look that you're going for. So I want to start off by showing you 3 brushes that I think is 100% must have and necessary for creating even just like a basic eyeshadow look. Now I know a lot of times when we buy little palettes or little eyeshadows, they give you those little foam applicators, and I'm sorry, but those are not like, if you just want a one sweep kind of thing, I'm sure that can work that way. But I feel like if you want to do like your go-to eye makeup look or just like easy eye makeup looks, I think brushes is the way to go because it just gives such a better application, a better look, a better finish, and you can actually blend out shadows of things like blotchy or like look like a hot mess kind of thing. So that's why I feel like these tools are very essential. So today I just have 3 brushes that I'm going to show you guys that I think is just ideal, and it doesn't matter what brand it is, it doesn't matter like where you get them from. If you just have these 3 types of brushes, they're going to make your eyeshadow application so much better. Now I say it doesn't matter what brand because technically if you have a brush that is specific to what you need to do, it's more likely going to work. Now when it comes to like brands, it might be that if you get one from like e.l.f. versus Sigma, it may not last as long. The e.l.f. may not last as long as the Sigma brushes. Or if you get like a Real Techniques versus some off-brand like Ross or Target or TJ Maxx or whatever, the consistency of the actual brush is going to depend on the brand and how well the brand is and how they design and create their beauty tools. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and talk about these tools. So for the first brush, I think you need to have a large shader brush or just some type of a shader brush. I think that shader brushes are essential. This one I have here is from Sigma Beauty. This is the large shader number E60. I absolutely love this brush because it picks up shadows so easily, and that's another thing with depending on the brand, sometimes the bristles may not work as well, it may not give you good color payoff, and it may not pick up the shadow well. So yeah, just do your research and see which one it is. You don't have to have Sigma. Like Real Techniques are really good as well, like Eco Tools, those are other good brands. Anyways, but let's get back to the point of this video. So a shader brush is essential because it's easy to actually pick up that shadow and apply it to the lid. That's how I applied my shadow today. I used this brush to apply that base shadow that's all over my lid, and this brush really like picks it up and it packs it on. There are more fluffier, denser kind of shader brushes, and those really pack on the color. It all depends, but I say to start off with, just get a shader brush. It doesn't matter what kind, just a shader brush. The next brush I think is the most important brush to have in your eye makeup collection, your eye tools collection, whatever you want to call it. But this next brush is the blending brush. This one here is also from Sigma. It is one of my all-time favorite brushes. I cannot live without an E60. I seriously cannot. Like, I have to have one. I have 2 like mini travel ones, and I have a couple of these ones. I also have different brands like Eco Tools and whatnot, but this one is my absolute favorite. Blending brushes are perfect for creating the crease and blending out your crease color. So for my eye makeup look, I use it for that second shade that's right on my crease that transitions our eye makeup look. So this brush easily, like, you can just blend out all those shadows, and it's so easy. It's so nice and fluffy. It has enough density and it's not too compact. It's a little bit on the fluffier side, like I said, and so this just makes it so easy to blend in your crease or your transition shade. So there's one brush that you must have, I say it's at least the blending brush, because technically you can, if you are like pushing it, you can actually pick up shadow and apply it on your lid. But if you are needing something for blending, this is perfect, and that's how I always blend all of my crease shades. It's with a blending brush, and specifically this one from Sigma, which is again the E25. And lastly, the other brush I think you absolutely need is something similar to this. It could be like a little fluffy brush. This actually is also good for blending, so you can use the same purpose. You can use one that's a little bit more dense to do the brow highlight, and that's how I do my brow highlight. I just kind of put the shadow, whatever highlight shades I want, and I do it up here, and it's just easy to like blend along. Really, when you're doing your brow highlight, you can use almost any brush. You can go back to your shader brush and apply that up there, and then you can always take your blending brush and blend out the edges. So it really, these two are the most essential, but I like to add in a third one there just because if we're doing a makeup look, we might have our shadow color here, our transition color here, and then for highlight, if we're using darker colors, we might want something a little bit lighter for our brow highlight, so then we'll want a clean brush. So I just like to take out a random brush. It doesn't exactly have to be like this. It could be another shader brush, just anything to get up here to add that brow highlight. And literally this is it for your tools that's essential when doing your eye makeup. These brushes I cannot live without. I have to always have this in my makeup bag whenever if I'm traveling or if I'm staying over at my parents. I like to have at least these three essential brushes. If I have no other brushes with me, at least these three and I'm good. So I really hope this video was informative for you and helps you, gives you a little bit of guidance on what you need. Again, there are so many brushes, there's so many brands out there. I really feel like EcoTools does a great job at creating affordable brushes that really works. They have a really good line, as well as Real Techniques. If you're looking for something super affordable, Real Techniques is also amazing. You can always find like a kit or anything that's like super affordable. So definitely look at what you're buying. Don't just buy brushes just to, oh, I need brushes. Like really know what you need in your beauty routine, your beauty toolkit. These Sigma ones are absolutely beautiful. I think they run between $12 to $20 a piece, but there are a kit. For me, when I first started out with makeup, I bought a brush kit that was the essentials kit that they have online. I will try to link that in the description box down below. They have different brush kits, so I just think this is a really great way to get started. They have the essential brush kit that's called Make Me Classy. This is the one that I first purchased. It's $125 and you get 12 brushes. It's a $228 value. So this one brings 12 brushes. It has really all the essential brushes that you'll need just to begin with makeup, and it has the shader brush. What I did notice though is within this kit, it does not give you the E25, which is really surprising because when I first bought this kit, it did include that, but that was years ago. So it does seem like that's kind of like a brush you're gonna have to buy independently, or you can get the eye brush kit and that one will be included there. But overall, like again, you can actually buy brushes from many different brands. BH Cosmetics is really good as well with some of their brushes. I have like some Kabuki from them and they kind of last quite a bit. I've had it for at least a year and they've lasted that long. So just definitely shop around. I will leave some of the ones that I like in the description box down below. And when you first sign up for the site, you do get, I believe, $10 off, and they do free shipping over $50. And these brushes do come with a 2-year warranty. So that's another nice thing. If within a year one of the brushes go bad, you can always get a replacement. Every time you purchase, you also always get a free gift, and you can pick an item. There's just different things you can pick from. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was informative for you. And if you guys have any suggestions on videos you would like for me to do, definitely let me know. Once again, don't forget to follow me on social media. All that information is on your screen somewhere here. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.